don't usually talk about work outside of work, but this situation still makes my stomach tighten when I think about it. I got promoted at my job last year. Same company, same team, just one step up. Nothing flashy, but it came with more responsibility and, apparently, visibility. One of my coworkers, who I'd been friendly with for years, congratulated me at first. We used to grab coffee together, complain about deadlines, that kind of thing. I didn't think anything would change. About a month into the role, my manager started pulling me aside after meetings. She'd say things like, "Just a heads up, there's some concern about your communication style," or "Someone mentioned you've been dismissive in group discussions." That confused me because I was being extra careful, almost overly polite. I asked for specifics, but everything was vague. No dates, no direct quotes, just feedback. Then I noticed the shift. People stopped looping me into emails. Conversations would go quiet when I walked into the break room. The coworker I used to be close with suddenly acted distant, almost formal. I tried to brush it off as office paranoia. A few weeks later, HR scheduled a meeting. They told me there had been multiple complaints accusing me of taking credit for others' work and subtly belittling teammates. I was stunned. Not only did it not match my behavior, it felt like the opposite of how I'd been operating. When I asked who filed the complaints, they said they couldn't disclose that. When I asked for examples, they said they were patterns, not incidents. After the meeting, I finally confronted my coworker. I didn't accuse them directly. I just asked if I'd done something to upset them. They smiled and said, "No, why would you think that?" But the tone felt off. Polite, too polished. A month later, during a performance review, my manager mentioned that while my work was strong, there were culture concerns and that future promotions might be affected if the feedback continued. That's when it clicked. This wasn't about my performance, it was about perception. I stopped pushing for clarity. I documented everything: emails, meeting notes, decisions I'd made and who was involved. I limited my communication to writing whenever possible. Slowly, the complaints stopped. The tension eased. Nothing was ever formally resolved, but nothing new appeared either. What bothers me is that I still don't know for sure who did it or why. Maybe it was jealousy. Maybe I unintentionally triggered something. Or maybe this is just how corporate environments quietly punish people without ever saying it out loud. I'm still in the role. I do my job well. I keep my head down. But the excitement I once had is gone. Now every interaction feels like it's happening through a filter, and I can't tell if that's because I learned a hard lesson about work, or because I'm still waiting for the next invisible accusation to land.